So hello guys, so in this video we are going to talk about the best mutual funds that you can invest in 2023. I know a lot of people are looking for best mutual funds to invest in 2023. The beginning of 20, from the beginning of 2023 there's not been a good year for the stock market, right? Due to global recession, Russia-Ukraine war, and all the other things. COVID hit badly, all those things. So the market is still not recovered actually. So I think it is good time that we discuss on what are the best mutual funds to invest in 2023, right? Before we get started, one key point that we need to remember is like don't disinvest or don't get out of your investments. It's always 100 times better to stay invested, however the market may be. It is better to stay invested and wait for the returns, right? So yeah, so the first thing that you need to consider before choosing a mutual fund is like your risk profile. There are three broad categories, right? Who are less than 30 years of age, and second category is like people between the ages 30 to 45 and anything above 45. So there are three categories, right? Anyone that is below 30 years has a good risk taking appetite, right? They can take more risk, their liabilities are likely low, and they don't have a big family or a growing family that they need to support. This is a general assumption, nothing particular, right? So based on that, there are three broad categories. So yeah, first, someone whose age of less than 30, right? They have the ability to take risk, and they have their horizon is like next 20-30 years, right? So they can take more risk in their funds. So for these set of people, the best set of mutual funds would be to invest in small cap and mid cap funds. Plus we should consider investing in special funds like contra fund, hybrid aggressive funds, all those things, right? So I'm going to give you my known set of I've collected few mutual funds, and I've categorized them into high risk, medium risk, and low risk. Let me go through them one by one, right? This is for less than 30 years of age, right? So this is going to be my first fund, which is Access Small Cap Fund, right? So here you can see the chart. In the same period of time, Nifty 50 has returned at 2.6%. This mutual fund has returned like 8.55%, right? The performance crystal rank is 3, which is okay, decent. The fund size is 11,500 crores, so it is a pretty big fund, right? You can also like see what is the portfolio segmentation, right? So this fund specifically invests like 82% or 83% in equity, and rest remaining is in others, right? So yeah, here you can even see the list of stocks that they invest in this 82%, right? So yeah, this is one mutual fund which you can consider investing in. This, you can see this riskometer, it says very high risk. As I said, this is for people who are less than 30 years of age, or who are having high risk appetite, right? Yeah, so okay. Second fund is going to be HDFC hybrid equity fund. This is under category hybrid aggressive, right? So this is like this gives the best of both worlds, right? It invests like 70% in equities, and then rest in debt and government securities, right? So even on a volatile market, this can give you some bounce back, right? Yeah, so this is the overall one-time investment beginning till now currently, right? Nifty 50 has grown 5.4% in last 1 year, and but if you had put the same amount of money in this fund, you would have gotten 10.6% now, right? So yeah, again you can see the segmentation. It invests like 70% of your money in equity, and 30% in debt, 29% in debt, and in others 3%, 4%, right? So here are the stocks that are associated in this equity and debt, right? Okay, next is going to be another special fund which is called as contra fund. Contra fund is like it is you can abbreviate it to contradicting fund, right? They don't it is they don't invest in regular companies, or They don't invest in money making companies right now. They invest in undervalued companies, hoping that these companies would turn around, right? So the risk is very high here. Again, the fund size is like 8,000 crores, and the CRISIL rank is 5. So it is a pretty good fund, right? So you can see the index versus this scheme return, right? The scheme has returned 20%, and the S&P BSE 500 has returned 6% in the same period of time, right? You can see the segmentation again. Equity is like 80%, debt is 7%, and others is 14%, right? Total equity holding is 80, and yeah, this is again further segmentation of large cap, mid cap, and small cap, right? So here are the list of companies. So the next stock in this is going to be Quant Small Cap Fund, right? Again, this is like 3,000 crore under this uh, bucket. So riskometer is very high, as we all know, and CRISIL rank is 5, which is good. The return is 15% in last 1 year, wherein Nifty 50 has returned 2.6%, right? So again, this invests like 95% in equity and others. So this is going to be very volatile by its nature, right? So be prepared for the volatility that comes along with this fund, right? These are the high risk funds. Now let us go to the second set of people who are going to be medium risk people, right? Here I've mentioned all those funds, right? Yeah, these are medium risk people. People who are between the ages 30 to 45 can be considered as medium risk takers, because they would have a family that they need to support. Their kids that have like gone to school, college, and they would need to manage their expenses as well, right? So it is advisable that these kind of people invest in large cap and mid cap funds. They can also invest in index funds, right? Index funds are anyway going to grow. If you look at index fund over like last 20 years, or last 15 to 20 years in India, it has grown at 12%, right? So yeah, they are considered pretty safe, but yeah, there is no guarantee as such. As you all know, this underpins, or this is valid for across all stocks, all mutual funds, whatever, right? So yeah, let us go to the stocks for these people. So these three are the stocks which we are going to talk about. Let me show them here, right? Yes. So the first one is going to be Quant Mid Cap Fund. You can see the fund size is like small. So yeah, but the CRISIL rank is 5, which is good. Riskometer again is very high, right? The scheme has returned like 18%. This will definitely have some volatility, since it has like 95%, 0.5% in equity, right? So yeah, be prepared for this volatility. This volatility would be adjusted when by the index fund that you're going to invest along with the index fund that you're going to invest along with these funds, right? So yeah, so this is going to be my second stock for the 30 to 45 group people. I'm not sorry, this is not a stock, this is a mutual fund, right? So yeah, so this is one large cap fund. This is again, the risk is going to be pretty high. You can see the fund size, this is 34,000 crore, which is pretty good, and the CRISIL rank is average, right? So here are the returns compared to the Nifty 100 TRI, right? So yeah, this is equity is 99%. So there is going to be some turbulence, but if you see the companies that is invested, these are pretty stable companies, right? HDFC Bank, ICICI, Infosys, HDFC Corporation, Larsen and Toubro, Maruti Suzuki, State Bank of India, all these, Axis Bank, yes. So these are pretty stable companies. These companies of most of the major companies in Indian stock market, right? So yeah, this is though it is like very high risk, but it is still a moderate risk stock, right? I'm not sorry, it's not a stock, it's a mutual fund, right? Yes. So this is these two are the, you can consider this as well, Motilal Oswal mid cap fund, right? Yeah, but yeah, these two are the main things. Along with that, you should definitely invest in a index fund, right? That's what we talked about. This UTI Nifty 50 index fund, right? I'm going to open this in a new tab right now. Yes, so let me open this. Let me add it to my medium risk funds group, right? Yes, so this is it. So this is your UTI Nifty 50 index fund. This is an index based fund. There is no they just mimic your index, right? However the index goes, it will probably go in the same direction. So this is to stabilize the volatility that you get in investing in mid cap and large cap funds, right? So yes, so this is going to be 100% equity. Since the market is an equity market, it is going to be it just going to mimic the top 50, top 100 Nifty stocks, right? This is Nifty 50, so it is going to indicate, or it is going to spread your money across equally across all the 50 stocks. It can be equally, it can be proportionate. It all depends on the investment manager and then the company's policy for this mutual fund, right? So the CRISIL rank is like, again, for AUM or fund size is going to be like 10,000 crore, which is good. Expense ratio is 0.3, which is very good, right? Riskometer is again high, very high, but you need not consider it as very high since it is an index based market, index fund. Our investment, our index fund has typically given 12% return CAGR every year, right? So CAGR, so it is going to, you can expect it to give some 8 to 10% return, and over a long period of time it will add up to 9 to 10%, right? So yeah, so this is your medium risk funds, right? Now I'll go back to the slides again. Let us go to the, yes, next set of people who are going to be low risk takers, those people that are aged above 45, right? Sorry, yes. So these people are expected to invest mostly in large cap funds. Along with that, you can invest in debt fund and your bank FDs. Bank FDs are going to give you some stability. Yes, who are that are like above 45, you're nearing your, it means you're nearing your retirement, right? In another 10 years you'll retire, most likely 10 to 15 years you're going to retire. So at that time you should not invest your fund in high risk mutual funds or high risk stocks, right? Because you need to settle down, or you need to fund your house, or you need to pay your kids college fee, whatever, right? Abroad fee, overseas study, all those things, right? So you'll have your sons or daughters marriage expenses, all those things, right? So this is the right time to start moving all your, if all your equity based high risk funds to low risk funds. If you are someone that is coming that is like close to 40 45, between 40 and 45, you should probably consider moving some of your funds from your medium high risk to low risk to medium risk, right? So yeah, yes, these are low risk, low volatile funds. Yes. So I'm going to discuss the funds that are associated with it, right? So Nippon India Large Cap Fund, this is your large cap fund. Then there is this bond fund, which is going to have less volatility, and then again your Nifty 50 index fund, right? Yes, almost all the time try to invest in this direct plans, right? So these direct plans don't attract an extra bit of commission that the indirect plans might take, right? So I'm going to go through the funds one by one. So Nippon India Large Cap Fund direct plan growth, right? So it has like 12,000 crore in its fund size. Yes, since it's large cap, they are going to risk it as very high. But the CRISIL performance, CRISIL rank is very good. So yeah, this has given you decent returns, 16%. And yeah, this is your it has like 99% equity. So make sure you only invest like 20% of your entire amount in this. The rest 80% should probably go in your bond fund and your index fund along with your FDs. So this should be the idea for those above 45, right? Yeah. So next is going to be your index fund. Again, this is the same index fund whatever we saw for the mid cap or medium risk profile. It is going to have 100 equity, 100% in equity. Since it's an index fund, it is also going to have some bit of risk. You can consider it as moderate since it is an index fund, right? Next is going to be your bond fund. Yes, bond fund CRISIL rank right now is 1 star, which is okay. The fund size is 280 crores, which is also very less. You can consider some other bond fund, but yeah, to give you an example, this is one bond fund that I got, right? So your moderate risk is moderate, and yes, so if you see the returns that are like pretty good, 11.6% compared to gilt index, CRISIL 10-year gilt index of 2.77. I'm sorry, yes, if you see here, the debt is like, the distribution is like 86% debt, and these are the government backed securities. They invest a lot of things in government backed securities, right? So since these are government backed, so they come with a low volatility, right? Yes, you can actually look into like these alternatives for these funds. Since this is having a very less CRISIL rank, you can actually consider checking out other rest of the competitor alternative funds, right? Yeah. So next I'm going to talk about your FD rates, right? These are mandatory for senior citizens who don't want volatility, right? So currently this is one new article which was published on 26th Feb, right? Today is 7th March 2023. Right now, due to inflation, the banks are increasing the repo rate, right? So since they increase the repo rate, your FD interest that you get would also likely increase. And yeah, in particularly these are like some of the top small finance banks wherein you can invest, right? For example, Unity Small Finance Bank is giving you 9% to general public and 9.5% to senior citizens for FD of 1,000 days, right? So this is always consider investing in small finance bank. They give you better interest rate from what I've seen, right? For FDs particularly. Then Jana Small Finance Bank. This is also a well-known bank, right? They give you 8.1% and 8.8 for senior citizens, right, over a period of 2 to 3 years. Likewise, Suryodaya Small Finance Bank is giving you 8.5. Ujjivan Small Finance Bank is giving 8, right? Yeah, consider investing in these small finance banks because they give you very attractive interest rates. Yeah, so yeah, I think we have covered almost everything for this video. Yes, if you have any other questions, do let me know in the comment box. We can discuss on that. Thank you.